I do believe we're live again. So I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. I really do appreciate you finding a moment to be here again with us. Today's stream has been about anger. We just finished the vertical one. And to give you the cliff notes, I was angry. Very much so. And I started off stuck. Almost like processing. Where am I supposed to start? Right? Because I feel the anger all of us feel in our lives have come from so far and has so many different facets to it. Circumstances, environment, global warming, wealth disparity, poverty, disease, insurance, sickness, preventable sickness, especially so, negligence, willful negligence, negligence that profits. There are so many reasons to be angry, right? And those are all just the external ones. And then there can be interpersonal ones as well, where we grow up in family dynamics. We have moms and dads that we have different relationships with. We have siblings potentially. We have friends and family. We have acquaintances. We have colleagues. Pepe. It looks like I don't know. She's licking her tail, but I feel like almost excessively so. Come. Just really down there. There she is. Say hi to people. Oh your gosh. I'm gonna be back in a second, I promise. Right? And that right there can be interpreted in so many ways. That right there might make you angry. Did it? Did it make you angry? I hope not, one. But the part of me that hopes you were angry, hopes so because I want to give you perspective. And hopefully in giving that perspective, I will be able to alleviate your anger. And that has been today's perspective as well, our stream topic of me giving myself the perspective, giving you friends perspective, to feel where my heart is right now, in anger. Right, and it is kind of loud. It is kind of loud, is that there was a lot of saying of all of the things that make us angry. And sounds is one of the things that I'm very sensitive to, right? I don't know if I can say that certain sounds make me angry, but given enough time, I believe they absolutely can. Right? For instance, if there has been like an obnoxious sound that happens for an instance, and then I get to have maybe something else, right? What is normally indefinitely afterwards, then that instance can almost be tolerated. I can accept. However, as soon as the frequency increases to a point where my brain has to continue to acknowledge that stimuli and almost gets fed up by that information, right? It's like it gets notified stimuli. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like notify stimuli. Yeah, like I know. Notify, I'm a stimulus. I know I can hear you every single time. All right, and her licking her tail, that like dog licking something sound, that drives me insane. I cannot tolerate it. I cannot tolerate it. My mind is like, nope, grinder noises, right? Something ripping small blades of metal off of something. Hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. A car idling and me being aware of that combusting makes me so very angry. Like unironically, disproportionately so. For instance, right? Let's draw disproportionate perspectives. If you had to, I wanted to give too disproportionate of a perspective. Yeah, okay, I have a little bit more proportionate disproportion. As in, you were just jumping in mud, and then you got in your car, and then you drove to my place, and then you stopped your car while it's still idling, in earshot. Maybe even if you're lucky, you might like put a few fumes in my room as well that smells like uncombusted fuel. Then you'll get me livid, right? Then I'm already angry at you before you're even inside my room, before the mud boots have even touched the blanket. I'm already livid, and I don't know. Like maybe again, I'm willing to admit that there might be some level of awareness bias, right? If I didn't know, it gives me cancer. If my sensors is willing or not willing, able to detect these things, it means I am inhaling them. Like there's parts per million becoming a part of myself. All right, and it's giving me cancer. It's killing me. Oh goodness, it feels like you're trying to kill me, right? But slowly and with stupidity, and it makes me like if you try to again that sound. That's like our power being not okay. I completely lost my train of thought. Almost like my brain gets switched off as well a little bit when that happens. Yeah. If you had to like run at me with a knife, I would probably be less angry at you for doing that. Because I feel like maybe there's like something going on inside, like maybe he hates me for a reason or she hates me for a reason. Like maybe I did something wrong. But the gaseous fumes and combusting for no particular reason. Oh my. I get angry just thinking about it. So absurd as well. I'm willing to admit these things. Impatience precedes anger. Very good point. I'm definitely impatient of my dog slurping water until he unchucks it. He's going to do it every single time until I stop him from over drinking. Jovan has told me about this, where if she puts out a bowl of water, right, and she has more than one dog, so you can't just put out a small little bowl of water. You have to put out enough water for the dogs to drink water, right? And the normal dog drinks water when they're thirsty, right? And then they stop drinking water when they're no longer thirsty. This dog just continues drinking water. Like it gets like lost in a trance of like glurp, 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 until it like is like filled to bursting, and then it has to like puke water somewhere on her floors. Right? And again, Joe, I'm willing to admit that you're getting impatient with that and it makes you angry. But at the same time, it seems like user error. And I'm not meaning you as user, I'm meaning dog as user. Dog is clearly not like that aware of how the rules work. Right? If Pippi was doing that inside my room as well, she'd never be allowed in. Right? She does have a little bed of her own because she's usually pretty good about following the rules. Right? She has her little bed, and I have my little bed, and we can both be in the same space together. Right? Boom. Happy-go-lucky. I wake up. I give her greetings in the morning. It's fun. Love is true. But if I wake up in the morning and Pippi is on my bed, I'm not gonna wake up and be like, "Oh wow, you're so cute on my bed." I'm gonna be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" How I handle it is decided between them, stimuli and the reaction. Sometimes I do shout, sometimes I sing. I feel that. I do feel that, John. Yeah. I feel harmony is something that's very important. Very, 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 very important. Right? And harmony in that way can be created by playing the right notes. And I feel you're like harmonizing by singing, but at the same time, you know, this doggo is like adding like adding sounds that do not harmonize. I feel shame. It makes me angry just thinking about it. It's the thing that I'm thinking about. My mind is doing problem solving, right? Because there are options. There's a big old world out here, you know, like other places to live in that way. But maybe some sort of electronic water bottle that deposits 200 milliliters of water once a day. I don't know how much. I mean, there's probably like some research to be done. Problem solving. That problem, surely that problem can be solved. I feel if we have things in our lives that makes us angry on a consistent basis, it's shortening our lives, right? Despite our reaction, am I wrong about that? It feels like it wears on you, right? Like I am more aware than I feel I give on sometimes, that I try to put on a happy face as much as I can, right? Despite my circumstances. Despite me not being happy always, happy is what I need to be for other people too. And it can wear on you if there are stimuli that keep like knocking you, like, zzz, zzz, takes from you in a way that I don't feel we can get back. Either way, he snapped out of his trance, but how it affects those around me is my responsibility too. You're doing fine. You'll get better at it too. Yeah, it's true. Being a person on planet Earth, what an experience. I don't want to be angry anymore. Is it enough for me to say that out loud? Is there any right amount of anger? Is the questioning part of myself's retort. Is anger ever right? I think Jovan has beautifully shared her perspective and the wisdom that is not so much the thing making us angry, but our response to it. That's where your power lies. You might not have power over whether you get angry or not. I sure know I don't. However, you do have power how you react. The part of me that's again loud in my head goes, the only appropriate way to act is angry. It's like, stop! You can't do that, bro. Apparently, people don't like it when you're angry. When you're angry. You should not be angry. You should be breathing yogically. And I'm saying that both with I'm hoping at least humorous tone, but also with a modicum, maybe more than a modicum, of seriousness and a lot of respect, because it's true. Most of my I'm getting fucking angry to I'm actually fine has happened with breath. Hey, did she just say that as well? This be the truth. We can all really do is breathe about it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can also action about it sometimes. I try and be action. I try breathe first, action second. All right. Ah, yes, breathing. Processing. Yes. Action. I wanted to say execution, but that sounded a little bit misinterpretable. Bare soil is not bad. I don't think we ever said bare soil is bad. I'm trying to think, was bare soil mentioned? I think bare soil is better than panda soil and grizzly soil. No, I was trying, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna be fine. You'll get better at it. Bless. Thank you again, Joe. Seriously, being a person on planet Earth is an experience. Jeez. I like comically saying, playfully saying, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea? And then I find myself asking in a room sometimes without any person in it. So only I can answer. Only I can take responsibility. Only I can be who? Right? Who is me and you? We thought this was a good idea because here we are. Surely, if it wasn't, we wouldn't be. And we are. And I want to say for better or for worse, we are. Friday's conversation was about where we are. The fact that every single one of us, maybe, I want to say am in a different place, are in a different place, is. Every one of us is. Yeah, grammar. Is in a different place. And yet, we can find ourselves in the same space mentally, right? Emotionally, spiritually, in that way as well, in a moment like this. And as well, the fact that where you are right now, allowing an experience like this, it means that even where you are right now has potential for other things. Has potential for things that might make even more of an impact on your life. Bring even more hope, bring even more kindness, bring even more patience. We have a lot to hope for. The new friends, in my mind, is a part of that a lot. There's a lot of you, and you all bring me so much hope. Source thought it was a good idea, apparently. Yeah, look at Source saying such. From a book I'm reading, pain, anger, feeling devalued is like a gas. If you sit with it, allow it to just be there freely, it will eventually just dissipate on its own. If you fight and resist the pain, however, wailing it into a confined space, the pressure will grow and grow until there is an explosion. What did I do today? Mm. Did I do did I do the sitting with it and letting it dissipate, allowing it allowing it just to be there freely? There was parts of me that felt like I was, especially at the start, because I knew that there was going to be a whole conversation had, and it's going to be very interpersonal. It's pretty personal. But I do believe that every single one of us are interpersonal human beings, right? We are consciously evolving, not only in all of these airy fairy ways that I like to talk about, lighthearted, hopeful. I got cold deep. I got cold deep this weekend, right? One of my cousin's friends, one of his best men, asked me what was my stream topic about on that day. Like, they showed so much interest and like love for my work. Like, they showed more interest and love for my work than my entire family have collectively, right? And I'm not saying that lightly. Collectively, my entire family, like Greg has said some things, but my cousin's three best men showed more interest in my work and like asked me about it, and you know just like wanted to be a part of the conversation than my entire family have, like in this one weekend ever. Was bonkers. So awesome, absolutely awesome dudes. And I have this conversation with Conrad and Simone, I believe their names are. I might have said them incorrectly, but about that day's stream topic and how this experience we're having, this place in which we are, because of my work and the streams that I do. I try to be in places at a specific time. I try to be here for you friends at a specific time every day, for there to be this reliability that I will show up for you friends. Right? And it's important to me because I trust that it's important to you. And I share with him that despite that being the case, everywhere I go, that is where I need to be in that moment to go where it is I'll be going next. And to see them listening to me, right, in a way that they understand, to say it in so many words, right? And like in that moment, getting cold deep, I was like, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I am deep, in fact. Yeah. Yes, of course. Felt good. Cable, bro, Cable. We've had so many new friends from India in stream as of late, and I miss you more and more every time, bro. I see one of them, so it's nice having you here, bro. Our OG, Cable in the flesh. Cable has been doing great things. To the friends who don't know, Cable does have an Instagram. I think that's like his main platform right now, and he has been doing like public speaking gigs. He's been, reciting poetry to people. Like, you should give us like even a little bit of a rundown about what you're doing right now, Cable. He's performing. He's showing up for his fractal. You are so loved, bro. Of course you can get angry, bruh. Believe you me, this has been the tame stream. The previous vertical stream was the angry one, bro. I was getting angry. I was very angry. Nice painting in the back, right? This is money I spent that I made in China. I went and sold this thing. I was monkey man teaching English. And then I spent that capital on that. And now it exists in my world. It's something I value a lot. It's one of my sacred objects. It's one of my very sacred objects. As I say that, I spot something on my sacred object that I don't. Oh, wow. Huh. I'm not gonna get angry. But I did just notice that there's like scratches on my painting itself on the side that my dad was working the thing. Maybe you can see it? No, not really. Around there is like a little fleck of white that is the bottom canvas where the black got scraped off. Black paint is accessible. I can fix it. It's fine. It's fine. Stop screaming. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'll do it soon. Don't worry. I say to the voices inside my head. I think I'm missing a few still up top. Let me actually just get the second screen. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Whoa, it's a cable. Bless. How are you? Bless again. Melt, I've had experiences with family. Breathing with you, dear friend. Saying you love Hoopy. I see us growing more and more still. I'm good, bracing for the winter that's coming. True. If you have extra warmth in your heart to send to Jovan. I saw a window into her world. Yeah, it sounds hardcore that way. We had a Zoom where we did our yoga, and then she showed us that it's just snow everywhere around her, and that there will be ice tomorrow. So send her warmth. Had a great year, bless him. I know for me, in cases, says Nancy, like what you're going through, along with any anger and devaluation, I have also felt frustration and feeling like I'm forced to be living someone else's life. That is relatable. I try not to do that, but in you saying that, so this is how I relate, Nancy. If I was a Christian, so many of the things that make me angry about my dad in ways would disappear, right? And the opposite is true as well. If he wasn't a Christian, it would also be the same. Because the fact that we are on unequal terms, right? Him being devout Christian man and me being devout spiritual man, right? To him means that I hold a different set of values, and because I hold a different set of values, I reason in a different set of ways, and because I reason in a different set of ways, my value is as a result reduced, at the very least in comparison to his, right? Because if he had to assign more value to me, that would mean my logic and then my reasoning and then my values would be superior to his, which is impossible. And I'm willing to admit that I still have a lot of growing to do, but that's not how it works. However, that is how projection works, right? And all of us are good at it, me included. I think that there was even some projection just there, right then, just now. I had a great year, bless again. Then had a year-end slump. It's okay, bro. It's good to have a year-end slump. This is the time to, calm down a little bit again. Now I'm recovering, rebuilding, bless. I do rap, live events, hosting, poetry, making events, performing, and acting. I do so much. Bless you, dude. Do more. Why aren't you doing more? Where's painting? Oh, I'm not seeing painting in there. Where's digital art? Where's yoga classes? I'm of course joking. This is just me and you knowing how we are, right? Because you probably have thought about all of those things too. Like, yeah, I should be painting and doing yoga classes too. Why am I not painting? I ask myself. We say sometimes. I love you, Cable. Bless you, bro. You got this, man. We need to collab on a poem soon, bro. Let me read you one of my recent favorites. Maybe you'll relate to this with the whole year-end slump you went through. It's called Mud Year, right? And last year was 2024, which is the year of abundance, right? Literal abundance. And I trust you too, received an abundance. However, an abundance just means a lot of something. And we got a lot of everything. including bad news and heartbreaks and things being stolen, potentially things breaking. My phone broke in the year 2028, bro. Bro, why are you like this 2024? Why did you take so much? I'm happy that I had 2024, but this poem came from that. Hell yeah, reading time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me show you what what the flower looked like first. This is of importance because it's so. You see, look at the freaking sun that I'm holding up here. No focus. There we go. This is the flower, right? Available on patreon.com/meltmore. Yes, yes. Advertisements. And then this is the poem that attached to it. So, like, there should be a contrast because as I was making this flower, Christian was collabing with me. Like, he was sitting next to me, my best friend, and we were having conversations about darkness. Like, today's stream topic has been about that darkness that we even discussed, about anger, about processing, and about how we, as artists, do that through our mediums, right? We can process that anger and that feeling through our art. And how Christian is a writer. He's writing a graphic novel. Is that the right way to say it? No, I don't know. Like, he's pretty graphic about his descriptions, especially his violence, in a novel form, right? So you get to see this world of destruction and hopelessness sometimes, and death and immortality through his soul, right? Through his lens as he's creating his art. And as a result, as you're experiencing that art, you're getting to see the actual darkness that he intends, because he intends. He intends. And in my art, I don't intend darkness. I still battle with the same darkness inside myself. However, I'll feel all of those dark things, and then you'll get to see that. You don't get to see any of the darkness necessarily. Right? It's interesting how I was in the darkness in that whole conversation. So this is how the poem turned out. It's called Mud Year. And I have to perform it, of course. Mud Year. Here we are again. Boots stuck in last year's leftovers. Mud clinging like it's got something to prove. And me? I'm no phoenix. I'm just a mud person, wiggling free one squelch at a time. New year, same puddle. But who needs resolutions when you've got balance? I mean, literally, try not to faceplant. Sure, they say, new year, new you. But maybe I'll just be the same old me. Just wetter, muddier. A little more amused at how bad I am at dodging the mess. The mud doesn't care about my 5-year plan. It doesn't ask me to be better, stronger, or rise above it all. It just invites me to sink in, to laugh, and to call it a year. To call it a year. To be like, yeah. And that poem was literally written 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes after the actual New Year happened. And like, we were like breaking ourselves. We were like properly rolling laughing at that first line. Well, that third line, mud clinging to the back of your foot like it has something to prove. It's, like, why are you like this, bro? Like, please. Oh, bless. Worth it, spend that shit, cash unused is just paper rotting. I mean, yeah. True, I do wish I didn't, in ways. Right, but this will be a part of my life. It is. It is a part of my life. And I think that's beautiful. I'm super stoked about it. Yeah, I saw that white. You saw it? Yeah. No, there's like scuffs on my painting too. You know. Good thing I didn't see that in the moment. If I saw that in the moment, I might have just had like holes burned inside the ceiling and flames coming off my hair or something. Hades style. You know, like OG Hercules Hades style. Hey Google, show me angry Hades. I hope it shows yes. Oh yes, the first one. Yes, 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 yes. And then the calming down, like okay, okay, all right. And then again. Wait a second, I missed the second one. Yes, the freaking. I love Hades so much, and I like watched this as a kid, right? And I, of course, as a kid, wanted to associate with Hercules. But the older I get, the more I associate with Hades. This level of anger, right? And then like the guy, like, okay, wait a second. The yeah, the like the back of the head, like that, like okay, that specifically is too much. I see too much of myself in it now. No, stop. Put it away. Him wearing the freaking Hercules merch. Like, oh goodness. And no, stop. Take me back. I do think. Oh man. Of course, now my YouTube is like, I don't know how to YouTube anymore, bro. We go back again. Uh, okay. I'm back again here. Where it's been. Is that Jupiter, by the way? Yes, it is. Which is, by the way, the attractor of abundance. Hey Google, how is Jupiter associated with abundance? Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion in astrology, symbolizes the growth of generational wealth. Huzzah! Yeah, for generations. For generations, my kids and their kids will not have to go through the same shit that I did. I will fucking ensure it. Angrily, even. Right? I will be angry at the version of me that doesn't want to do that for them. Right? And I will beat him down every day. That version of me will stay lying down, and the version of me that shows up will continue walking forward. I'm pushing it, but I'm trying to make a point. As Jupiter influences big picture thinking, optimism, and wise risk taking, its placement in birth charts offers insights into financial legacy. Interesting that I spend finances buying myself a big ass Jupiter. Maybe I missed the memo. Maybe I was supposed to like keep the money while thinking about Jupiter instead of spend the money to have a Jupiter or something. I'm happy. Again, it is the way it is. It is, and I'm happy about it being. Uh, rework it, yeah. How are you, Meld? How's the creativity and life work going? I see you rocking with so many musicians. I did spend a fair bit of time this year with musicians, DJs, event organizers, and some slapping competition athletes and brand affiliates. I met a lot of people this year. I'm now parsing that information. Oh wow. Hundreds. I met hundreds of people. Why was that not a big deal to me up until this very second? Maybe because I'm like, oh yeah, how about that? Meeting people is cool, and I want to do more of it. Like, it wasn't something that was shocking to me or something I had to think about in the moment. I just felt cool. But now, in hindsight, I'm like, I want to have more of meeting other people, seeing the musicians, right? Like, I want to do like visuals. I want to meet people, and then I want to like be like, hey, you like pretty things? You like You like pretty things? I like pretty things. You like pretty? Let's get doing some pretty things. Come on. Slap leads. Slap the leads. slap leads. They're not athletes. They're slap leads. Slap the leads. Slap the leads. Slap the leads. I mean, slap the leads sounds kind of cool. I am a slap the lead. You're a what now? And you just feel this thunderous. You know, you never ask a slap the lead, what now? Slap athletes? Wow, yeah. You want to see some hyper cringe? I shouldn't show you this, but I am not above embarrassing myself. So here is the brand I've been doing some work for. It's called Bata, right? And then you can see some slap athletes. And then there are short videos. The embarrassment sinks in harder. Oh, you see, it doesn't even want to show you. It's like, no, actually there's nothing happening here. Nothing to see. So I need to still make some videos like this about these videos, right? And it's basically just yeah, cringe. Yeah, feel the pain with me. Feel it. I'm doing reaction-based content. Boom. For this brand right now. It has been an experience. I'm gonna make some more videos. Like starting tomorrow, it's gonna be basically crunch time. I need to make a bunch more of them again. You've been shown. You've been shown. So, yeah. Slap leads. You're now a public figure to Moss. Public figuring. Yes, I also did the announcement. Right, I was not, is it announcement? No, I wasn't doing announcement. That was Victor. I was doing commentary, right? Like I was sitting at the table doing commentary about this thing I'm witnessing, right? And I feel like such an outsider. You're doing amazing. Thank you, bro. Goo. That's a easy know you, man. Like I would not, again, if not for your friends' support, and I'll keep saying it indefinitely, I wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have been trusted. Right? The fact that I've had the opportunity to have this conversation with you friends over the last, at that point it was like 1,000 days, no, 1,200 days or whatever, gave me the confidence, gave me the infrastructure, gave me the perspective, gave me the willingness, gave me the contacts, right? Like, gave me this is an exact word that I'm looking for, credibility. Ooh. Gave me the credibility to actually do that. And I so do appreciate you, friends. Color commentator. I like that. Yeah. Color commentator. Because there are two colors, right? That are slapping each other. Slapletics. You're doing amazing. Good morning, Gav. Such good mornings to you, friends. Did you get slapped? Nay. No. This dude? Never, bro. I don't want any thank you. Getting slapped is not something that I really look forward to in my life. What's up, my friends? It's your boy, Goo. I'm not seeing all of your messages, man. You're so loved, bro. It's nice having you. Are they fighting for the UFC slap thing? They aspire to. They do aspire to. This brand basically is giving them the giving them the room to hope for stuff like that. That's like their whole initiative as well. And Bata wants to empower these athletes to go and pursue their dreams, to participate in Power Slap and all of these kind of competitions too. Oh, what's up? Bless again. Gorgeous piece. I'm sure it's radiating nice frequencies to the room's ambience. Absolutely. Like this painting, I like meditating on it as well. Alright? And then you focus on one of these spirals. And then as you focus on this spiral, like the rest of them start kind of like your brain starts filling in blanks and they're spinning. It's very nice. I like. Also, we tend to forget so much good. That's why we need conversations with others to remember and grow and embrace what we did. It's true. It is true. Embarrassment and not wanting to overshare also does make a part of it, you know. You know. Yeah, that's great, bro. We've spent hours developing these conversation skills. Keep at it. Even if it feels a little cringy. And I understand that. Focus on your speech and your sharing. I do need to get better at that too. I feel there's still a lot of room to grow in that. I think I can be very good at internal sharing, right? Sharing a perspective with your friends in a way that you can understand with me. But I don't know if I'm that good at sharing what I'm looking at in a way that makes it interesting to the people listening. Yet. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't even know I'm good at it yet, but thank you, friend. Thank you for growing alongside me. That is the only thing I can really hope for, right? You friends help me financially in ways that I would have never been able to imagine, right? You have made this life possible. You have made it possible for me to not go and look for work right now because I cannot afford to not, right? You friends have enabled me to do that. And with that, I hope I've been showing you friends that I do not take that lightly. I take it very seriously, right? Thank you greatly. But as a result, right, I cannot necessarily expect just of you to be that, right? If that's the only thing you are, I would feel bad, right? Because then it would be like there's some sort of loss happening, right? I don't want to be taking something from you. If there is an exchange, I want to be adding value to your experience. And the best way, really the best way you can add value to my experience is by adding value to yours, right? Living your life well. And then bringing that well-lived life into this space with us so that we can all live well together. Love is true. Cable is a champ of sharing. Really is. Oh, that's a good understanding. You're on the right path the moment you start seeing these things. Hey, Dreamtooth, thanks. Dreamtooth is Hoopy from the Arpan days as well. So, all of the fractals converging. I thank you, friends, for joining me. It started raining again. You want to see some rain? I feel so much better, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share all of the things I had to share today. Right? I was angry. Goodness, I was angry. But now I'm not. Look at that. You like rain? Let me turn off my noise cancellation. Let me get you more level. Arpan, that's a flashback. That's where a lot of it started for us, bro. Our little cocoon. Our little egg. Arpan was, I mean, I already had a YouTube channel by the time I started doing Arpan, but Arpan was the thing I needed to find who I am, who I wanted to be almost. Hey, Hoopy, less. I love rain when it's not falling on me. That's when rain's the best. It's been raining so much. So very much. I bless the rains down in Africa. Bless these rains, bless them. May Africa become a lush, green rainforest. It might be absolutely inhumanly humid. I'm willing to admit. I'm willing to accept even, universe. I'll accept unbearable humidity. But I will have to technology. I will have to get myself an air conditionings or a super suit. Engineer my way out of that problem a little bit. All right. Get to show you some rain. Best time to sing it, right? You literally are in Africa. Literally, bro. Like I'm actually. Oh, I truly started with Arpan. It's a beautiful bittersweet for me, as is my ex. It does have that bittersweetness, right? Where in the same way with a person's relationship, we have these ideas in our head of like where things are gonna go and how beautiful things are gonna be. And then when that relationship ends, we also reminisce losing not only the person, but also that future. And in that way, Arpan disappearing lost us a certain type of future. We would have lived a whole different future. Maybe not a better one, Kevo. Like we should remember that as well. Believing that we are living in the best possible universe right now, that we are the luckiest version of ourselves we can hope to be. It stands to reason that these things were supposed to happen. It's like it's the cradle of civilization or something. It's almost, right? It's almost like this is where we started. What is the structure in the background? That used to be a treehouse. It's still technically a treehouse, but now it's just a structure because it's not used ever. It's pretty janko bobanko. I think the wood is rotten up there and stuff. So you really wouldn't want to trust it even if you thought of it. And there's this too. This little Archie. Man, I do love those vines. They make me exceptionally happy. They're so pretty. It's crazy how, I think they are different species, but how they're such vastly different colors. I think like there's a different species like there as well. I can show you through the window here. Look at that one. I think that's one. That one started there. And like this is how big it's growing. It started there. I think it grew as big as it did because it almost had like this as protection or something. But look at that. Look at how magnificent. I wanted to go all the way over the top. You can see if you go on the other side, I should bring this close to my face. If you go to the other side, it's starting to like curl over just a little bit. I wanted to go eat that whole wall. You need a permit to build tree houses here. Yeah. I think you need permits in South Africa to do certain things as well, but oh goodness, for the most part people don't. And I don't think you need a permit for that, is he like put that netting around it. So it's basically like a kind of indoor garden for my sister. This is like a whole wall that kind of like goes around, has like a cupping. I love that. I'm gonna put my shoe. Joining me for this light of day. It's basically nighttime for me. Nighttime for me. Go and do good things. Go and share your beautiful spirit. Whoop. Stream's stuck? I sure hope not. I don't know if it likes me doing that. Let me see if it's still live. I don't know if it likes me doing that. Okay, it's fixed now. Good. Thank you, friends, for being here with me. You are so very loved. I appreciate you taking a moment with me. Good night. Thank you, Gabs. Good day to you. Have a beautiful one, dear friends. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow for more. And I trust we'll be less angry. I look forward to it even. Goodbye.